During Halloween, I made all of the caregivers and nurses at my mother's full skilled nursing Halloween headbands. And one of the nurses came to me and asked me if I would make a Christmas headband for her. And so I'm going to do a tutorial on it, but it's going to be something that as I go along, I'll know what I'm using. I did pick up these headbands at Dollar Tree. I don't like the headbands that they use with already the couple little snowmen or deer antlers. I've seen that some people have pulled the decoration off that and use that as a headband. I like this one because it's got those little nubs on it that hold better on your head. So this is more supportive. Then I picked up, I don't know, I just thought I would do something kind of whimsical, which fits most of the things that I like to do. Some pipe cleaners. I have them in the house. These are from Dollar Tree. I have some wire. And then this is a lot of my leftover garland that I had. If you've seen any of my Christmas tutorials, I used this tree from there, the base, and pulled off the garland. So I've saved it, and I might incorporate some of this red with it. So it's going to be a one step at a time and just kind of discovering whatever looks good and whatever's going to be fun for her to wear. Okay, so out of the 3 headbands that come in 3 different shades, I am going to use the white because I just think it goes better with the theme that I'm using, although you probably won't see any of it, but just in case I did decide to use the white. And I'm going to start off with wrapping this around. I think this will be a good base to cover the band. I did say that I like these with the little points on them because it helps hold on your head. So that is not going to be the case here, but it is much tighter, and these bands are longer than the ones that they sell with the already pre-made with the little antlers and all on. I don't like coming down on the band all the way to the bottom. I like starting up a little bit because this is going to go behind your ear and you really don't need this sitting behind it. So I will start wrapping this a little bit higher than the edges, and then we'll start adding some decoration. Okay, I'm thinking about stacking these, one present here, then one up high, and then in between them adding the snowman in between the stacked presents. What I've done is the wire I have is a little thin, so I doubled it. I folded it over, doubled it. I left the ends up here for a reason. I'll explain in a minute. I twisted it really tight around the outside of the band, and the end of the wire is hidden inside of the garland. Now, the reason I did these 2 pieces like this is because I'm going to stick them kind of close together up through the styrofoam, but not completely in the same hole. Reason being, this will spin. So I'm trying to support it by putting it just a little bit far apart and in the center. And the reason I want it somewhat close together is because I want to cover this wire, and I think I'm going to do it with the red pipe cleaners. So I'm going to stick this up in here, and then I'm going to cover it in the red pipe cleaners, and then we'll see where we're going to add the next ornament. Okay, I've wrapped the wire with the red pipe cleaner, and how I anchored it was I just stuck the pipe cleaner up by the hole where the 2 wires are, and then I just twisted it down till I got to the bottom of the garland. I'm going to leave this piece right here because I might do something fun with it. I can always cut it off later on. So now I'm going to figure out exactly where I want to put the other gift ornament, and then place the snowman's head somewhere in between that. What I determined is I'm going to need a good support system on this because it's going to be connected directly to the headband. So what I did is I took one of those long wires and I pushed a piece through each side of the bow. It's going to be hidden once I pull it through. And then I came out on the other side. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have a red sweater on. I came out on the other side with enough space just in between to pull it through and to take that over the headband and wire that to the bottom of the headband. So I'm going to stick it over like that. I'm going to pull this wire through, and then I'm going to twist it on the other side of this. Okay, do not twist that wire too tight because it might rip through the styrofoam. But I have the two little pieces of wire I've clipped off, and I've left them about 1.5 inches long. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn those wires back up into this to help support it again. Okay, so far I think it's been successful. This has been wired on. This has been wired on with the double wire and pipe cleaner. And the Frosty, I pulled the garland aside to try to get it to be flat to hot glue it. So I hot glued him in the center of the top of the headband, and then I glued his cheek to the side right here. I decided I could glue it to the top present here, but I kind of like that it moves a little bit, and I think it'll be fun. If you remember, I said I was going to maybe do something with that extra piece of red pipe cleaner. I put this little twist thing on it, and I am going to take a few more and add them to it and put some little twisties around here, which I think will kind of fill in and add to for some more detail. And also I gave Frosty some pink cheeks. So a little bit of blush over his cheeks if you want to give him a little more character. So I'm now going to add some more of these little pipe cleaners and then see if it seems to be complete and how it works. And I do think the majority of crafters know how to make this little curly pipe cleaner, but just in case, that's all you do, is you just wrap it around a pencil and you get a little curly pipe cleaner. Well, I started off by saying I was hoping that it would come out to be whimsical, and I think that's successful. I think it came out really, really cute. When you're making a headband like this, always take in consideration when you go to open it, things around it and how they're gonna move and run into each other. I did like how it came out in the back. I always like the things that are on the back side to be nice and neat. Some of the little curly pipe cleaners that I used, I just followed down and by this main one that I attached this with and ran all of them in there. A few of them I actually stuck in the sides of the styrofoam, like this one right here is actually stuck in the side. So I think for, let's see, 3 headbands came in for $1. So actually I spent $3, a few pipe cleaners, one of the headbands, and some leftover garland. And I think I've got a really cute Christmas hat. I hope you have time to make it. It's getting close to the end of the holiday, but this could be made with things that you just find in your house. There's so many things that you could do with leftover Christmas items that you have. Christmas bulbs, like I said, the garland, and you could do something interesting with just your leftover pieces. So enjoy wearing it, and Merry Christmas to you.